Well, hey folks, and welcome to the Camping Post. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about GSI products. I had recently done a video on this GSI minimalist cook set, and GSI reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing another product, which they have sent to me. All the others I've purchased, they are sending this one to me. I'm not exactly 100% sure what's in here, so we're going to see it here in just a moment. But if you want, check out the video on the GSI minimalist cook set. We've also done one on the Pinnacle cook set, which is no longer available, but they do have similar options. We also have one of their square frying pans, which I find is great for cooking pancakes. Anyway, let's get into this video and see what's in this box, and then we will go and test out whatever is in this box. The Glacier Insulated Travel Stack. Check it out. That actually looks pretty cool. It's a modular system to keep you on the trail. Let's see. Looks like it comes with several different containers here, and I'm assuming this is going to keep this insulated. It looks like you can actually also put some drink cans in this as well to keep that insulated as well. So that's pretty awesome. So a screw-on lid, leak-proof containers, 3 pieces that are included, a FlexiGrip handle for carrying an insulated stack container, which is the green part. So let's open this up and see what's inside. This looks really cool. I like to do a lot of rucking, and sometimes it's not camping, but I do want to stop and either make some coffee or have a meal. So this might be another way for me to take a meal with me while I'm on the trail. All right. Nicely wrapped. Keep it from getting scratched in transit. Okay, so that's like a rubber grip handle that slides over this cylinder. There is a screw on top. This does seem pretty solid, I must say. Much like a thermos. I've got a lot of those insulated thermoses that I use for carrying water that are really, really nice. And we are going to just container 1, container 2, ooh, and container 3. So you could use these containers individually to pack snacks, throw a couple cans in here to keep those cold or hot, whatever you need. And see this first one, that's 100 milliliters, so a little over 3 ounces. And same here, 100 milliliters. And this one is 300 milliliters, which is 10 fluid ounces. So you could have some kind of meal in here and a couple little sides that you can easily stack and keep either warm or cold. Once you've got all these different containers, you can stack them in several different ways. And it looks like here on the box, it does show a few different ways to stack these. Oh, and of course your soda cans, but one way would be to, let's see, stack of course all 3 in any order that you want, but you probably want your biggest stuff on the bottom. It doesn't really matter, however you want to do it. Or you could do 2 of these and a soda can, okay? Or 1 of these and a soda can, or a soda can and 1 of these, or a soda can on the bottom with it. So basically, these are the size of a soda can that you can simply drop down in this insulated thermos. And this is vacuum insulated stainless steel. So I've done another video on a hot water heater for a tea kettle, and it was very important to me that when heating water and stuff that it was stainless steel, because I don't want things getting into my water. So I'm a big fan of stainless steel lined water bottles. So this meets my criteria very well. I do love it. And this is a nice little rubber carrying handle Most of the time this will be in my bag, but you know, when you're walking around the campsite or pull it out and you're going to where you're going to eat your food, it's kind of nice little transport. Okay folks, I just took this up for a quick rinse because you probably want to wash this with some mild soap and hot water before you use them. But one thing I noticed is that these are listed as BPA free on the bottom, so that's a good thing. If you don't like plastic, don't use plastic. You could find your own container to put in there. I'm not a big fan of plastic, but this stuff seems decent. So these are BPA free. The other thing that I noticed here is when I was washing them, a lot of these cups, lids, tops, insulated thermoses all have little rings around the tops so that you can get a good seal on your product that's inside. But a lot of times people don't know that they have to clean these. And it's fairly obvious on these. I don't know if you can see that in there, but there is a tab that you can simply pull to pull that ring out, clean behind it, and then you put it back in once you've gotten ring, because you don't want to get mold or anything growing up back behind there. So I thought that was really a good idea. So kudos to GSI on that one. I got so excited about this because this is so cool for me, because I can use this to pack work lunches, go on hikes, do it for camping, whatever. Like if you're going camping on the weekend and you're going in on a Friday night, you may not want to prepare something, so you can just bring your food with you. Keeps hot or cold for hours. So I think what we're gonna do is take this set and we are gonna try and put a bunch of different foods in it and see how that works out while we're on the road. So I want to test this thing out before I take it out into the wilderness to rely on it. So I'm going to start with some snacks and some soda and see how that fares. Got me some eggs and some nuts. One thing I should point out is that this is only 20.5 ounces, so that's around 1.25 pounds, so that's not going to be a whole lot of weight to add to your bag. I stopped and picked up a soda on the way, and here I am about 4 hours later, gonna have my soda, and it is in fact still cold. All right, I've already had our soda. There's my eggs. My nuts still feel cold. These eggs have been in there since about 7 this morning. It is now about 4 o'clock. Let's see if they're any good. Feel cold. Now I know this is generally intended for camping, but I do have a child who is in soccer and travel soccer, so we are on the go constantly, and I'm always trying to find a way to feed him on the way to practices from other practices. So I thought I'd give this a try to pack him a warm meal for a change instead of just peanut butter jelly sandwiches. So we are going to see how that goes. So I was able to roll up 2 small tacos and stuff them into the larger canister. You could potentially just put a larger burrito into the insulated thermos itself. And I'm going to do a side of beans and also some nuts for him to snack on. And I do enjoy the fact that these are leak-proof containers, because I wouldn't want that bean juice getting all over my car. That would be a big mess. And we'll just slide all of these into the Glacier Insulated thermos, and hopefully I will be able to deliver a hot meal on the way to our next practice. And one little trick right here is I'm going to use the handle to slide in a utensil and pack that in a soccer bag. This really turned out to be a great way to deliver a hot meal to my son between practices, and it will also allow us to vary the types of meals that we can have. So now I'm going to make myself a salad for a meal tomorrow. I shredded up some lettuce and some onions, cut up some hard-boiled eggs, and I'm also going to use the third container for my salad dressing. And then I am going to chuck it in the fridge so that when I'm ready in the morning, I can just drop it in the thermos and I'll have my to-go lunch. The GSI Glacier Travel Stack really does allow me to step up my food game for travel and allows me to carry either hot or cold meals or a variety of snacks while I am on the go. For more information and product links, check out the description below. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care and happy travels.